Everybody, welcome back to the second video that is correlated with Module 3. This video is where we're taking the data. So I'm using Google Sheets, so I need to save this somewhere. So what I'll do here is download it. I can download it to an Excel, CSV file, whatever the case is. Let's do it. If I can do comments, separate it. All right, I did pre-post. Okay, let's see if I can locate that. Where am I at? All right, let's do. So I have Tableau opened up here. I just need to grab the object or where my data is at, and I am going to see if it'll let me pull this in. It did. Perfect. So as you see here, I have my data in here, which is perfect. It has all the data that I wanted. So you see how easy that was to pull the data, and it was a piece of cake. Anybody can do it. So let's save it. I'll call it Big App Idea Data. That way we have it saved. All right. So next point is go to worksheet here, and this is where you would actually start creating your report. So maybe, bad thing about having two screens, everything moves around you here. So I'll just say report on, I'll just say data analysis. So you would want to choose like your measurements, what you're measuring on, like we did before. So, are you going to have rows of impressions? Are you going to have the number of likes? Am I even recording? I am recording. Sorry. Maybe you're going to have revenue, whatever the case is, and then you're going to choose what type of bar that you want. So there's all these different bars. I'm sorry. What type of sheet, what type of graph that you want to utilize, which is important because maybe you want to do an average line, and maybe you want to do something else, something that could be more useful. This one right here is just using a bar graph, so maybe you want to do a pie chart. Why is that not working? Hold on. Access that. So this right here would be a good starting point, at least giving a total. Then by choosing the different graphs that are available would be very helpful. Let's see, maybe we put, I don't know, we could put app name up here. We can put location and break it down. We could do period time. What was period time? I'm trying to remember. Period time was, okay. You could put month. It could, however you want to break it down. And then you have your analysis. You have your measurement, which is your measure names. You can maybe, let's see here. Let's remove this real quick. Maybe you put your impressions. Maybe you do your number of likes, something along that lines, because it breaks it down from a different analysis. You could probably do, maybe we don't want to do revenue right now or likes, maybe we just want to do impressions. That's not good. This is pretty cool right here, but to me it doesn't tell a good story. This right here tells a good story right here because you're able to identify the graph based off of months and different locations. So we can say, hey, in Point Graham, in January, our numbers were at 233,000 impressions, but in Pittsburgh, they were down at 60,000. So you could also do a margin analysis based off of where you're at. And looking at this, you could say, hey, in March, we really excelled in Los Angeles. We're up to almost 1 million impressions, whereas we're lower in these other areas. But then we look at Los Angeles in June, and it almost, well, you look at it, it almost tripled, it looks like, just about in the numbers. So these are different things that you could do. This is just to show you can do that. You can also do, let's say that you wanted to do, where's it at? Revenue. Where's revenue at? Oh, here it is. So say you wanted to break it down by revenue. We just get rid of this. Maybe we only want to get rid of location too. We did complete revenue. Maybe you want to do year. Would be good, because then you can break it down. Why do I have impressions still up there? I want to get rid of that. So now you're just doing your revenue based off of the period of time that you're working in. So January you were here, but I don't want that. Let's see. I don't like that one anyways. Something like that. That looks better. You just have to play around with this. As you see, I didn't do this before we got on here. I just want to play around with it a little bit. So you can see here when you do revenue was up in the month of June overall. So you could do month, you could do revenue. It gives you revenue right there on the side. So this is pretty cool. So you could do something like this. You could show your revenue and say, hey, in this period of time we did this, we did that, whatever. So this is just for you to get comfortable creating these charts. Next week we'll get into a little bit more detail, other stuff. I'll show you guys. Like I say, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'll show you both how to do different things within Tableau. So this is just the basic stab or dab into it, and we'll get a little bit more involved. So if you have questions, you know how to reach me. Play around with this. This is a good exercise to get familiar with creating your own data, importing your data, and creating a graph to represent your data, and then presenting it to a client. Okay? Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week and a safe week, and I'll talk to you next week.